This is Dateline Wyoming, produced in the studios of WyoRadio. Dateline Wyoming is a weekly news feature highlighting community issues and events that shape our lives here in Southwest Wyoming. In-depth analysis and interviews with the people behind the headlines. Presented Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. Views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of WyoRadio ownership, management, or those of our sponsors. Time will be made available for responsible dissenting opinion. And now, Dateline Wyoming. This is your host for Dateline Wyoming, Tom Ellis. Like many cities in Southwest Wyoming, the summer months in Green River are a busy time with events throughout the city and a steady stream of visitors stopping at Flaming Gorge or on their way to Yellowstone National Park. This week, our focus is the Green River Chamber of Commerce and Chamber CEO Rebecca Eusek. Rebecca, welcome to Dateline Wyoming.
Thanks for having me.
Let's just talk a little bit about what's going on in the city of Green River right now.
Yeah. Well, this summer has been so busy. I mean, all of our summers are pretty busy, but we've seen a lot of visitor traffic. You know, the sticker program that the Wyoming Office of Tourism does?
You might explain that, yeah.
Well, so the Wyoming Office of Tourism had printed stickers for the past 4 years, I think, of different tourist attractions across the state. The visitors are encouraged to go around Wyoming and collect these stickers. So that's really been a huge hit. And we get lots of visitor traffic because of those stickers. So this year, actually, Green River printed a sticker. So we have Green River unique visitor stickers at our chamber now. So we get lots of visitors and they're asking for those. And honestly, we have people from all over the world. You'd really be surprised at how many people come through our chamber. It's really surprising. People from France and Germany and lots of people from Canada. And it's just really interesting to see, what they're here to see. I mean, most of the visitors are here to go to the Flaming Gorge, of course. And then, of course, to visit Yellowstone. We're kind of a stop along the way to Yellowstone.
It's really an asset having Interstate 80 running right through the area, isn't it?
It really is, yes. It's really great. And then I think Green River is unique because, I mean, we just have a ton of recreation. You know, we have the river, of course. We have our green belts that lots of visitors really enjoy using. We also have fantastic mountain biking trails. There's actually a lot of local people, I think, that aren't even aware of the amount of mountain biking trails that we have in Green River. Right now we have over 25-30 miles of mountain biking trails. And actually Single Tracks, which is like a big mountain biking website, actually listed our mountain bike trails in Green River, the Wilkins Peak Trail System, as the #1 mountain biking trail in Wyoming. And that's based off of however many people are talking about it on that website.
And of course, you got the Wild Horses.
Yeah, the Wild Horses, the Wild Horse Loop Tour, and I mean it's really a great place to visit and to live.
And Green River really has some unique historical sites too, don't they?
Yeah, and tons of people love the railroad. You know, I mean, they're just fascinated by the railroad, and we have the viaduct, that people can go and walk on, and we get lots of interest in the railroad and, John Wesley Powell and all of that. And the industry. We have so many people that don't know what Trona is. And so it's kind of fun always, explaining to people because they're like, what are those plants that I'm seeing, when I'm driving across I-80 and they're just fascinated with the Trona mines.
Lots of things to see and do. And of course, your visitor center is really an asset to that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful building. We always have comments on how
long have you been in that now?
I think the visitor center has been open. This is my 4th year. I'm on my 5th year at the chamber, and it was open about a year and a half. So it's been about 6 years, I think, that the visitor center has been open.
But that is an obvious. I mean, right now, both Rock Springs and Green River have got beautiful facilities for taking care of visitors and travelers and that sort of thing.
Definitely, yeah. It's a great asset.
Is traffic up compared to last year?
It is.
More people than last year?
Yes, it is, definitely. I think the last numbers that I looked at, we were up between 6 to 10%. And our visitor numbers, that could be indicative of a few things. The National Park Centennial is this year, so it could be that more people are traveling through for that, or it could be signage too. I think we have better signage now, so I definitely think that could be helping our see an increase in the visitor traffic.
Of course, gas prices are lower
and that
than they
too,
have been
yes, definitely.
in quite some time, aren't they?
That I'm sure, of course, is playing a big factor.
You see people, as you were mentioning, from all over the world, don't you? Mm-hmm. From France and
Switzerland.
Are there a lot of Oriental tourists?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Speaking of that, we had a huge tour bus of people from Asia that came through. There was probably 30 of them on a tour bus that came in and to the visitor center last week. It was a lot of people.
How many people do you have on staff there?
We have 3 full-time staff at the chamber. So myself, and then 2 others. And then we have a unique situation because the Forest Service is also in our building. So the Forest Service for the Ashley National Forest has an office in our building. So we get lots of visitors or traffic through the visitor center looking for wood permits or the Ashley National Forest permits or the Golden Age Pass, or, they're specifically in there too visiting with the Forest Service.
Just run down through, if you will, some of the events that you're doing in Green River throughout the year. And there's another one we know coming up, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But just give us an overview of the things that are going on over there.
Of course, we have the River Festival coming up. That's one of our, the chamber hosts that event. So that is an event that we work on all year long. With a staff of 3, putting on an event of that size, takes time. Of course, we have awesome volunteers and a great committee, and we could not do it without them. And so we're definitely appreciative of that. We, of course, have in June, we host a Trails Day for the Mountain Biking Club. So we get together and do a big trail ride. And so that's always fun and a good time. That's typically about the first weekend in June. And then there's other events, of course, that we help promote and sponsor, like Flaming Gorge Days, of course. And Art on the Green is held in conjunction with the River Festival. Our lunch and learns that we do every month, networking events. We do after-hour events here and there. We do business enhancement training that we offer for free. That's been that's something that we just started, and that's in conjunction with the Small Business Development Center and Green River URA Main Street. And we do those once every other month, and it's free to our members and to businesses in Green River. And we provide breakfast, and we've done all sorts of different training. So we've done a customer service training, an active shooter training, a HR training, a social media training. So those are still, we'll be doing more of those throughout the year coming up and into next year.
You mentioned volunteers. Talk a little bit, if you will, about the importance of the volunteers to what you do.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, we couldn't operate without our volunteers. I mean, obviously we have a board of directors, and all of those people are volunteers and do a lot for the chamber. We have volunteers that help us with fair. We just had about 90 volunteers out at the fair last week helping with beer banding in the information booth. And then the River Festival, I mean, we have probably 35 people that help us with the shrimp boil, between serving and cooking the shrimp. And and that's just one small part of the River Festival, and there's over 35 volunteers that help with that.
Let's talk about the River Festival for just a few minutes. Give us a little history.
Well, this is the 15th year of the River Festival, so we've been doing this for 15 years. I think originally, I of course wasn't the one to originate it. It was Janet Hartford who did, and I'm thankful that she did, because it's an amazing event and it's really turned into something spectacular. And then over the years, it's obviously grown. And we have our marathon that we added I think we're in our 13th year for the marathon. And that's something that really draws lots of out of county people too. We have people from over, I think, 25 states right now that are registered to run the marathon. I think there's only about 4 marathons in the entire state of Wyoming. So our demographic for the marathons is the people that are 50 staters. So if you're into running and marathons and half marathons, you know what that is. But basically, it's these people who run marathons in all of the states. They want to run a marathon in each state. So, there's only so many to choose from in Wyoming. So we get a lot of people that are on that 50 staters.
And what are some of the things that are going on during the
well, of course, the shrimp boil. That's our biggest draw, and that's on Friday night, which is August 19th. So it's August 19th and 20th, if I hadn't said those dates yet. And so the shrimp boil is on Friday night. We have 2 serving times, 5 and 6:30. We do always sell out of tickets, so we do suggest getting them early. And that includes around a pound of shrimp, sausage, corn, it's a delicious meal. And then we have a band that will be playing on Friday night, and of course we have microbrews and lots of craft. We stick to handmade, homemade products, so it's very unique. Unique jewelry, unique, all unique items.
So you have booths and vendors with those types of things.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How much are the tickets for the shrimp boil?
The tickets for the shrimp boil are $25 for a full serving, or you can get a couples ticket for $45, so you save $5. And then a half serving is $15. And then we also do a spaghetti dinner, so if you don't like shrimp, the Knights of Columbus does a spaghetti the same night.
And where are those tickets available?
At the Green River and Rock Springs Chamber.
Either Chamber of Commerce will have those tickets. Are there other activities going on in addition to the shrimp boil?
Yes. On Friday night, we do a duck race, which is really unique. You can, it's a fundraiser for the chamber, and so you can purchase a duck for $5, or you can purchase 5 for $20, and then your duck, you have a corresponding number, and then we dump all of the ducks into the river, and they race down the river, and then the first 3 to cross the finish line are the winners, and you can win a $250 gift certificate, a $100 gift certificate, or a $50 gift certificate.
Well, that sounds like a lot.
It's one of my favorite events that we do. And then we do fireworks on Friday night too, so that's always a hit. Everyone loves fireworks, I think. So.
And I suppose we should make sure everybody knows that no ducks are ever injured racing.
No, yeah.
Just one quick thing. I think you mentioned Janet Hartford. I think we need to give a shout out to her. She won the burger contest.
Yeah, I saw that. That's
at the
awesome.
fair, and I understand it was a delicious hamburger.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is going to be the 18th and 19th?
The 19th and 20th.
19th and 20th is probably what, a Friday and Saturday?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's coming up in Green River. Are there other events going on with that too that we haven't talked about?
So that's a 24-hour live art competition. The Arts Council organizes that event. So you can actually purchase art during local art during Art on the Green.
And you have artists come in and are in competition?
Yep.
Is that the way that works? Do they? What areas are they coming from? Are they local or are they?
I think a lot of them are local, but I think they do have some that come from other areas.
There's just a lot going on in that short 2-day period of time.
There is, yeah. It's great. I think the Art on the Green and the River Festival really fit together very well.
And I mean, that section of Green River, I know over the past 20 or 25 years, has really been improved. I mean, there's some remarkable improvements.
Yes,
it's really
beautiful.
Great asset to the community right now. What with the boardwalk and the whitewater area and so forth.
And the splash park. I mean, people love the splash park. You know, we get asked a lot, what draws people from Rock Springs to Green River? You know, there's always that question. And the splash park is definitely one of those things that draws people over to Green River.
Well, we encourage everybody from Rock Springs to take advantage of the event going on.
It's a great time. It's a great time.
Okay, so what else? You're probably right in the very busy time of your year right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
I would imagine that runs from May to September, something like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's just, we still have to do the typical things that we normally do throughout the rest of the year. Plus, you throw in lots of more visitors.
So what have we got coming up for the rest of the year then?
This is the first year we're doing this, but we're doing a business showcase for the holiday season. It'll be on November 19th at the Pavilion from 11 to 3. We're going to do it in conjunction with Santa Paws. So the Red Desert Humane Society, if anyone's not familiar, does a thing where you can come and have your pet's picture taken with Santa. And so we're going to do that in conjunction with that. And so at this showcase, we're hoping to have like a wine tasting and just have different businesses, just set up in one location where this, specifically, maybe even some home-based businesses we'd like to get in there. So then the residents of Green River and Rock Springs and throughout, hopefully around the surrounding area, can come in and check them out.
Okay, and that's going to be happening in November?
Mm-hmm. Yep, November 19th. November 19th from 11 to 3 at the Pavilion.
Other things going on? For
the holiday season, we always do our Adopt-A-Tree. So, just same like they do here in Rock Springs, we, decorate the trees along Uinta Drive in Green River. So we'll do that again. And we typically always sell out of those. So those will all go on sale on December 1st. Another unique thing that we're doing this year is we're hosting the Wyoming State Chamber of Commerce Conference in October.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that'll be October 5th through the 7th. So we're really excited about that. So we have all of the different chambers, and chamber affiliates.
From all over the state. Huh?
From all over the state coming to Green River on October 5th through the 7th, and we're going to have our conference here, or in Green River.
Well, that's a unique opportunity to show off the city.
It is. I'm really excited. I'm excited that we got the bid, and I'm just happy to show it off to all of my colleagues.
When did you have to put that bid in?
We put it in, if I remember, I think it was at the beginning of the year, or around this time last year.
About 9-10 months ago.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. So we've had lots of time to plan, and I think it should be a really, really great conference. And even if it would even be helpful, just for any nonprofit. I mean, nonprofit management.
There are things that it wouldn't necessarily be limited to.
Oh no, exactly. Yeah, you could definitely gain some knowledge and insight from coming, I think, with any nonprofit.
But you do a lot of things to help businesses and educate businesses, do you not?
Oh yes, definitely.
Talk about some of those if you would.
Well, I think I mentioned before our business enhancement training that we do every other month now, and then we put out a weekly email update that has a lot of information about things that the Workforce Center has coming up, any trainings that maybe the Small Business Development Center is hosting, and a lot of those are free. There's just so many free resources out there that we try to get all of that information out to our member businesses. We also have tons of advertising and promotional opportunities for our members. We have our new digital sign that we installed. I was just going to mention that beautiful sign down there. Yeah, and so we've, and that sign has lots of traffic that passes it each day. Over 7,000 cars pass that sign every day. So it's a high visibility intersection. And so, we've had some success with our businesses that have advertised on that
And
sign.
That's a high quality digital picture.
It is, yes. You can do, pretty much anything, video.
We did some things for Jack FM, and we've got some other things going on with that. But you were able to just take our logo and just
throw it up
right up there.
Yeah, it's an easy program, and we can do video too. So that's really unique, and and so that's just a great way for businesses to get their information out to the public as well.
And it's priced really quite reasonably, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
How much is it for a month?
For a member, for we have a nonprofit rate, but for a normal paying member for the month is about, I think I want to say $100, and then for the year it's $1,000, and that's you're guaranteed at least to be seen 7 times per hour.
Okay, you mentioned membership. Let's talk a little bit about that. How many members do you have in your chamber?
We have about 260. It varies between 255 to 260.
Really? That's quite a few.
Yeah.
Are they mostly businesses, or are they who makes up your membership?
Yeah, I would say a lot of businesses. We do have some individuals, nonprofits, industry businesses.
Obviously, you've got some great benefits in terms of of membership benefits in training and education and that type of thing.
Yes, definitely. And then advocacy too, of course. That's another big part of what the chamber does is advocate on behalf of our business. We are the voice of business. We represent 260 businesses. And so, at the legislative level, the city level, county level, we can
you're interacting with the commissioners and with the city council and with obviously monthly, the state legislature as well.
Yes, monthly. So, and we encourage our members to contact us, if they do have an issue. And we've sent out surveys last year during the legislative session, to make sure that when we do go to these events and when we do visit with our representatives, that we are representing what our membership thinks.
Yeah. Well, how much is the membership cost?
We base our membership on a few different things. For a for-profit business, we base it off of number of employees. So 1 to 5 employees is $200, and then it just goes up from there. So for a year membership, 1 to 5 employees is $200, and then our nonprofit rate is $120 for the year.
Let me ask you this question: Take us through an average day, if there is such a thing, in the life of Rebecca as she goes through her life at the Chamber of Commerce.
All kinds of things. We have lots of committees. So it's we organize a lot of meetings. We organize a lot of, I see the chamber sometimes as a place where we can get all of the business leaders and the leaders in the community together to have conversations and to work out issues and problems and to kind of be that place where you can come and you can, visit with the mayor about this or visit with, just whatever issues you have going on. We host
a conduit for communication.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what we do. So we do a lot of organizing for meetings because it takes time to plan those and set those up and, make sure that we have the minutes for those. And then, we do obviously answer lots of phone calls. We field lots of questions. You would be really surprised things that people call the chamber for. Really just some interesting phone calls that we get sometimes.
Any things of particular interest that stick out in your mind?
Yeah. Sometimes people just want phone numbers. Sometimes we're a phone book for people. So a lot of times, we spend a lot of times giving out phone numbers and information. They want to know, I think people see the chamber as a place that knows everything. And so I think we do feel like at some, no one can know everything, but I feel like we do sometimes feel like we need to know a lot.
A center of knowledge.
Yes, exactly. So we're constantly, making sure that we're aware of what events are coming up, what tickets are for sale. Yeah. So what's the number to register to vote? There's all kinds of questions that we get.
Okay. I know you also have a really nice website.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So we have a lot of information on our website as well. We have a full listing of events that you can go check out. We have a place where our members can post hot deals. So there's, some deals that are going on there a lot for different all types of different businesses, banks and retail and homes for sale. Then there's a job posting area where you can check out what jobs are available. We have links to tons of other websites that are useful, especially for businesses like the Wyoming Department of Workforce Services, the Small Business Development Center, travel and tourism. So if you're looking for anything to do with travel and tourism, that's on there. Also, all of our members are listed on our website. So they each have their own page. So you can go to our website to view their hours, to view photos, to view a description of what they do, to get contact information, driving directions, all of those things. We have demographic information and tourism information, tourist information. So if you want a vacation package, you can look at that on our website. So all kinds
of course, since it is on the web, people from other places can log in.
Exactly. A lot of people use the site when they're looking to relocate because we have relocation information on there as well. So, let's say they're looking to get a job in Green River, they can go on our website and see what Green River has to offer. We have all of the different things that there are to do in Green River too.
Sure. I know a lot of times when I'm looking for somebody to clean the carpets or whatever, both of the chamber websites are really a good place to go to start that
Definitely.
search.
Yes, exactly. And I would suggest using a chamber member, of course, because, they're supporting the community.
You have the Chamber Gift Certificate program. Talk about that a little bit, if you
So
will.
our Chamber Gift Certificate program, last year, we sold over $300,000 in Chamber Gift Certificates, just over $300,000. So that money stays local. You can come into the Chamber, you can purchase a gift certificate in any sort of denomination, and it basically prints you out a check, and you can use that at pretty much any business in Sweetwater County. Go to, Smith's or Wyoming Embroidery or wherever and present that gift certificate, and it's just like cash. And so you can use it locally at any store.
That's an excellent program. I know we've used it here at the station a lot of times when we were looking for, gift certificates of some kind. And it's a universal gift certificate for Sweetwater County.
Exactly. Yep. And then that money stays local. And so if you want to help support the community and acknowledge your employees with the gift certificate, it's a great, or a friend or a family member, it's a great gift.
We've covered a lot of ground this morning. Anything else that you think we need to know about?
We will be hosting, the Chamber hosts political forums for the Green River City Council candidates and the School District number 2 candidates. We don't have the exact dates set yet for those, but they'll probably be sometime the end of September. So you could just, watch our website for that. We'll have that listed on our website and our Facebook page.
A lot of what you do is education and communication, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Exactly.
On a lot of different levels.
On a lot of different levels. Yeah, a little bit of everything. So I really enjoy my job, and I have an amazing staff, and I couldn't do it without my staff. I could not do it without them. They're extremely helpful, and same with my board. I'm extremely appreciative to my board too, and all of our volunteers.
Who makes up the board?
We have 13 board members, and we try to keep a variety of industry. So we try to represent, all of the industry and everyone in our membership. So we have bankers, healthcare providers, mine workers, federal employees, restaurant owners, hotel owners, or general managers.
I think that's one of the great things about Sweetwater County in general. People are willing to step up and volunteer. They're willing to do what they need to do to make things happen and make things work.
It is. It's amazing. I love that I have a full list of contacts of tons of people who I know that I could count on at any moment, that if anything happened, I could call one of them, and I know that they would show up for us, if needed. And so that's just a great feeling, I think, to know that there are so many people that are supportive of the Chamber.
Okay, Rebecca, we're coming to the end of our time. Any final thoughts this morning?
I just want to tell everyone to come to the River Festival because it's going to be fun.
That's going to be, and again, that's going to be what the dates?
August 19th and 20th.
And tickets are available at the Green River or Rock Springs Chamber?
Yes.
And they are how much?
And they are $25 for an adult, $45 for a couple, or full serving, and then $15 for a half serving.
Okay, Rebecca, thanks for visiting with us
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Our guest on Dateline this morning has been Rebecca Eusek, CEO of the Green River Chamber of Commerce. You have been listening to Dateline Wyoming with your host, Tom Ellis. Dateline Wyoming is a public affairs presentation of WyoRadio News presented every Sunday at this time, highlighting community issues and events that shape our lives here in Southwest Wyoming. Views expressed on this program are not necessarily those of WyoRadio ownership, management, or that of our sponsors. Time will be made available for responsible dissenting opinion. Audio copies of this program will be available each Monday following the program's airtime on Sunday at youtube.com/WyoRadio.